Alright, y'all. Welcome back to the dojo. Glad you can make it. Topic of discussion for today, or tonight rather late I'm making this video. The topic of discussion is the internet has ruined the human experience. What? Yes. Yes. Now, if you were born after the year 2000, you may not have a reference point as to what I'm talking about, because your entire life has been in front of a computer or some type of digital device. You know what I mean? I'm a 90s baby. Most of my friends are as well. I know a couple people who was born before the 90s, and they know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? The parents of the 90s babies, they know what I'm talking about. But the newer generation of people, and the people born, the Gen Z and millennials. No, not millennials, the Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Right? The reason why I want to talk about this particular topic today is because the paradigm shift when it comes to social interactions has completely changed, shifted, altered, turned on its head. It's a strange landscape nowadays when it comes to the human experience. You may believe that everything you see online is true. I saw it on the internet, it has to be true. No. Now, I know that, I think it was a little bit after 2016 when Trump went into office for the first time. Everybody got hit to the word fake news, the buzzword fake news. But most of the news has always been fake. It's always been fake. It's just that once we got connected with the internet, we were able to see how fake it is. Now, that's not really the focal point of this video, but it matters. We'll get back to that later, right? When I talk about the internet ruined the human experience, what I'm talking about is the way that we interact with one another socially. Socially, right? 9 times out of 10, when you go out in public, you know what I mean? Whether you're on a bus, a train, walking down the street, driving in your car, you know what I mean? Going somewhere to shop, whatever. Most people look at their phones. When they don't have anything else to do, they look at their phone. It's the first thing they do is grab their phone. Scroll through their feed, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever. Alright? You'll have people surrounded all around you. And before you talk and interact with these people, you'll go on to an online or digital space and interact with people there before you'll do it in real life. It's just how it is, right? The way we interact with friendships, relationships, jobs, everything's online now. Everything's online. It even sometimes gets in the way of actual relationships, because your real life and your social life have become two totally different things almost. You know what I mean? You socialize in real life when you have to, or when you really want to, people that you're close with, or, you know what I mean, people you want to business with. But at the same time, in the same token, you socialize with people online too. Right? It seems like the online experience is more authentic when dealing with other people and their opinions and ideals, because the mask of anonymity allows people to be themselves when you don't know who's really behind that screen, right? But in real life, people's interactions is more conservative. You know what I mean? More people are less inclined to show you who they really are out in public as opposed to online. Why is that? Why is that? It's just a question that I think you should ponder. You know what I mean? Now, the way the internet has ruined the human experience is because you may think that the likes and the support and engagement that you get on your social media page is real life validation. Sometimes it just be a wave people be on. People just like this because it's controversial to like it, or it's so stupid that it's funny, or you know what I mean? But most of this internet stuff is short-lived. It's very short-lived. It's like fads, almost, right? So you'll get online and think you're so cool and so popular and everybody likes you, and you'll get out into real life and nobody likes you. Nobody mess with you. Nobody probably even pay you no mind. People don't even notice you alive. You know what I mean? You got streamers who spend almost their entire life in their room on a computer, interacting with the people in their chat, right? And you could be online so long that you forget that those interactions are not the same outside there in the real world, right? It used to be, before we had cell phones, all our closest friends, if we had a girlfriend or whatever, we knew everybody's number by heart. You know what I mean? Now, you got so many different contacts in your phone, right? You wouldn't know whose number this is if you didn't have a name attached to it. Unknown caller, right? That's another thing that I'm talking about. Now, sometimes we stay up late scrolling on our phones, on our computers, laptops, iPads, tablets, whatever. You know what I mean? We're staying up later. We're becoming more lonely. You know what I mean? It's becoming more and more difficult for us to interact in real life in a social dynamic because of the internet. Not only that, the convenience of technology is also making people stupider. That autocorrect, like sometimes you forego the spelling. Oh, that's what it is right there. Autocorrect got it for me. I don't got to worry about spelling. This smart technology is dumbing people down. That's another way that it's ruining the human experience. Instead of us actually experiencing things organically, right? We can vicariously have an experience through somebody's video or vlog stories or documentaries and stuff like that. We can learn by watching other people's videos, but there's something that we miss. We don't get the actual experience for ourselves. We're just seeing it through somebody else's eyes or somebody's lens or perspective. You know what I mean? You don't get the full experience. You can see it, you can understand it, but you can't feel it. That's another thing. The feeling of connecting with person to person is a little bit more difficult online. You can't read people's facial expressions. You can't quite read the tone or the energy that somebody put into a phrase or sentence or even a rebuttal. You know what I mean? It's a little bit harder to decipher someone's tone or someone's energy or vibration online because you're not right there to feel their vibration or read their facial expressions. You know what I mean? This online, these online interactions, it's somewhat of a barrier between me and you. You know what I mean? It's somewhat of a barrier. It makes it more difficult, you know what I mean, to connect with people in real life. Now it's easy to connect online. All you gotta do is go to a page or a site or a group with people who have like-minded views or have similar interests. You know what I mean? It's definitely good for networking, brainstorming. You know what I mean? It's the internet is a great place to meet like minds. Great place to meet people of similar thought or similar interests. You know, the internet has it's a double-edged sword. It comes with a lot of good and also comes with a lot of bad. You know what I mean? Another way that it's ruined the human experience. It is easier for people to track you down. It is easier for heinous people or predatory people to find people that are unable to defend themselves against, you know, different types of assault. There are people who are targeting underage people for who knows what. You know what I mean? You got people on Minecraft and Roblox and all these other websites that prey on younger children who are none the wiser. You know what I mean? The online landscape is totally different than the IRL landscape when it comes to social dynamics. Right? The real world and the online world, the digital world, are completely different. I don't want you to get so wrapped up in the online world that you forget how to interact in IRL. And vice versa. Don't be so stuck in IRL that you forget that you can connect and gain information and insight and experience online. You can learn things online. Online and the internet, it has really allowed us to learn faster. You know what I mean? It has accelerated the process of intellectual growth and understanding. You know what I mean? The internet has done a lot for humanity, right? But it also has taken a lot from us as well. You know what I mean? All this technology. You know, I that's probably what I should say. Technology has ruined the human experience. Not really so much the internet. But if you made it this far in the video, you understand what it is that I'm saying. And also, if you've lived as long as I have or close to, you see exactly what it is that I'm saying. What I come to find out is you need to find a healthy balance of online and IRL. You need to go out there and touch that grass. You do. You need to stop and smell the roses, feel the sun on your face, feel the wind in your hair. You know what I mean? You need to do that. It's your health decreases if you don't get sunlight. Your body doesn't produce certain enzymes, vitamins, and hormones if you don't get sunlight. Bacteria multiplies and grows with less light. Have you ever noticed why there's always like mold in like dark, cool, damp places? You know what I mean? Because bacteria is able to thrive in cool, dark, moist places. Alright? That sunlight does a lot more than you may think. Alright? But I'm getting close to the point where I want to wrap this up. So before I do that, I want to drive the point home where I think technology has disrupted and interrupted and destroyed the human experience. Because we rather interact with technology before we interact with one another. Right? Do we hate each other that much? Are we that anxious and afraid that everybody's out to get us? You know what I mean? We've lost sight of really interacting with one another. You know what I mean? We've watched too many movies. We've listened to too many love songs. We've watched too much reality TV. We went too deep down that rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. What I'm really saying to you is, we need to get back outside. I know it's cold, you know, the winter's here, you know what I mean? When the weather gets a little bit better, okay, you know. We need to get back outside. We need to get back to the human experience. The internet's great. I won't say that it's not. It's allowed us to do a lot of things that we probably would not have been able to do in these times, in these days. But don't forget, there's a whole world out there of discovery and innovation that we can find. I feel like we need to call back to the simpler times. We need to learn how to farm. We need to learn how to fish. We need to learn how to grow crops. We need to learn more about agriculture. You know what I mean? Seriously. This is real survival. All this paying taxes and legal jargon. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't understand, like, why we have to pay for land that was here before any of the people stake a claim to say that you got to pay property tax on this. This is land that was here before any of us lived. You telling me I got to pay for it? Yeah, you got to pay for it. But it's been like that before all these advancements of technology. Right? But being so wrapped up in technology, you don't even think about or question that truth. That we have to pay to live. Right? I think technology has allowed us to see more than what the powers that be really wanted us to see. We have a higher level of understanding and insight about a lot of different things thanks to the internet. But don't let this internet make you arrogant and forget that we're not perfect. And there's still so much that we have to learn about ourselves, the world, and each other. Alright? I just wanted to tell you and remind you of the importance of this human experience that we have and how important it is to interact with other human beings so you never lose touch of how to interact with one another. If you're chronically online, you probably already too far gone. That's all I'm going to say. With that being said, Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. Professor Hawk signing out. I hope that every day you're waking up with a smile on your face, a can-do attitude, and a purpose. And if you're not waking up with a purpose, at least you are waking up. Don't forget to touch grass. Get outside, breathe some air. Just start speaking to people. Hey, how you doing today? If they don't speak back, whatever, fuck them. Just be more outgoing. Even if you're an introvert, just say hi to people. You never know where it'll go. Start interacting with people in real life more. Just do it. It'll help you understand people better. Because of this internet, a lot of us have lost sight of how to connect with the next person interpersonally. So, practice interacting with people so you can gain a better understanding of life, other people, and finally yourself. That being said, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. Let's expand, let's grow, let's go. Till next time, guys and gals, take care.